everybody said, Cheryl, you've got to write a book. And I said, I'm not a writer, but the story you must tell people, you know. I had 3 kids, and they were very close in age. And when my son was 15, he was diagnosed with diabetes, and he was very rebellious. He did not want to be a diabetic. I went over there one morning, and I fixed him breakfast every morning, and so he said he was really tired, and he wanted to go back to bed. And I called 911, and we went to the hospital, and the doctor and I talked, and the doctor said, there's nothing we can save here, you know, we just need to make him comfortable. He died in the hospital 2 days later, and all the family was there. My youngest son and I were holding hands across the bed. We were kind of thankful that he was gone because he was in such pain we just couldn't bear to watch him anymore. In 2003, my youngest son is having problems with his girlfriend, and I could tell he was in trouble, but I didn't know how to help him. And so 2 policemen came to the door one night and said, are you Mrs. Allenbrand? And I said, yes. And he said, well, I just want to inform you that your son David committed suicide. And we just stood there and looked. We just couldn't believe it, you know. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what to do. I couldn't get him help fast enough. In 2006, my daughter had 2 brain surgeries, and the first one was not successful, and she went to Mayo's for the second one, and it did turn out okay, and they thought they got it all. However, it left her impaired, and she turned to alcohol, and she had a boyfriend that was a problem drinker. And Tracy took a lot of medication for her brain surgery, and one night she took the medication with the alcohol, and she died in her sleep. And my mother died 10 days before Tracy did. So my family was rapidly depleting. And so life went on, and Gary said to me one time, he said, you know, I see you crying when you look at your children's pictures, and I think you need to find your high school baby. When I was in high school, I had a little boy and put him up for adoption. One day, like I said, my husband said, let's see if we can find your high school baby, and I had not thought about that in years. And so he said, let's call the adoption people. Well, he called us back, and she said, I'm sorry, the records are closed, and I can't get the records, so there's no way we can find him. A couple of months after that, my phone rings, and it's a woman that says, this is so-and-so, and I'm with an adoption agency, and your son is looking for you. We were both looking for each other at the same time. The lady called back, and she said, I have his name. His name is Robert Fowler. He called me before I called him, and it was so funny because we just didn't know what to say to each other. We were just kind of laughing and acting goofy. And so I got to meet him all these years. Now, by now he's 57 years old. And so he's my child that was taken away from me and then actually given back. I believe that God took my other children away from me for whatever reason, I don't know. But I do have faith, and I do know my children are in heaven. And God gave me back a child, and so this was my bonus child. And now I have Bob, you know. It's like the bottom line is, and then there's Bob. I just thank the Lord for getting all of us through it. I don't think I could have done it without God. So thank you, God, and I hope you enjoyed my story. And I am writing a book, but I need a little more help. I need an editor and a publisher, so I'm not that far yet. But anyway, maybe someday you'll see my book. Thank you.